Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. They call me the mountain doctor in the rural villages of Japan. For over 40 years, I've treated the elderly in quiet towns where people still walk to the river to wash vegetables and climb steep stone steps to ancient shrines. As an American physician who chose to live and work in Japan, I've seen something the modern world often overlooks. The secret to long life isn't hidden in pills or machines, it's often found in the body's simplest needs. And if I could give just one piece of advice to anyone growing older, especially those struggling to stay mobile, it would be this. There's one essential vitamin that determines whether you'll walk strong at 74 or fall at 64. Let me share a story that proves how powerful this one vitamin truly is. The man who walked at 94. It was the winter of 2017, and I had taken a trip to the small fishing town of Obama, along the Sea of Japan. I had heard about a man named Masaru, who at 94, was still climbing the rocky hillside path to check his fishing nets every morning. Locals said he hadn't used a cane, walker, or handrail in years. He cooked for himself, swept his own floors, and moved with the energy of someone decades younger. When I met him, he greeted me with a firm handshake and clearer eyes than many men half his age. I asked him, "Masaru-san, what's your secret?" He laughed. "I get sunshine on my back every morning, and I never stopped eating my sardines." At first, it sounded too simple, but as a doctor, I knew what he was really telling me. He was keeping his vitamin D levels high, and that made all the difference. Why your legs fail first? Let's speak plainly. The legs are the first to go as we age. This is not just folklore, it's supported by decades of research. After 30, we begin losing muscle mass. By the time we reach 70, this loss accelerates rapidly. And guess where it strikes hardest? The thighs, calves, and hips. Why does that matter? Because your legs are your foundation. Weak legs lead to poor balance, loss of coordination, difficulty climbing stairs, higher risk of falling, dependency on walkers or family support. But here's what many people don't realize. Muscle strength is not just about exercise. It's about nutrition. And without enough vitamin D, your muscles cannot function properly even if you walk every day. The power of just one vitamin. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin, and for good reason. Your skin produces it naturally when exposed to sunlight. But as you age, that ability fades. By age 70, your skin may produce up to 75% less vitamin D than when you were younger. And that's a problem because vitamin D does more than help bones. It plays a direct role in muscle contraction, nerve communication, and balance. A deficiency in vitamin D can result in muscle weakness, poor reaction time, increased falls, longer recovery from injury. A study from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that elderly adults with healthy vitamin D levels had better muscle fiber quality, stronger legs, and lower fall risk. Another study found that those deficient in vitamin D were twice as likely to suffer mobility issues. Within a year, the difference between walking confidently and stumbling fearfully often lies in a few nanograms per milliliter of this one nutrient. Signs your body is craving vitamin D. It doesn't take a lab test to start noticing signs of vitamin D deficiency. Many of my patients report achy legs or hips, especially after resting, frequent muscle cramps, even when hydrated, feeling unsteady when turning quickly, needing to hold onto furniture when walking, longer time to recover from simple exertion. If these sound familiar, your body might not be lacking strength, it might be lacking vitamin D. Where can you get it? There are three main ways. 1. Sunlight. Spending 15 to 30 minutes outdoors each day, exposing your arms and legs to the sun, is one of the most natural methods. But as I mentioned, aging skin becomes less efficient. And during winter, cloudy weather, or if you live far from the equator, sunlight alone may not be enough. 2. Food. Masaru's sardines weren't just tasty, they were a vitamin D treasure. Other sources include fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, tuna, egg yolks, liver, fortified dairy products, and cereals. But the reality? Most people don't eat these daily. A single serving of salmon might give you half your daily requirement. But most seniors I treat eat it maybe once a week. 3. Supplementation. This is often the most effective way to ensure adequate levels, especially in older adults. I typically recommend 800 to 2000 U per day, depending on individual needs. Some may require more under medical guidance. The key is consistency. Vitamin D takes time to build up in the bloodstream. You may not notice results overnight, but over weeks and months, your body begins to restore strength where it was fading. The vitamin D protocol I recommend. Over the years, I've created a simple daily routine for my patients, based on both traditional wisdom and modern science. Morning sun, walk or sit in the sun for 20 minutes with arms and legs uncovered when possible. Fatty breakfast, include sardines, eggs, or fortified yogurt at least 3 times a week. Supplementation. Take a vitamin D3 soft gel with your main meal to boost absorption. Movement. Do light strength exercises such as sitting and standing from a chair daily. Vitamin D supports muscle, but muscles must be used to stay strong. A patient story. Naomi, age 88. Naomi came to me in her late 80s. She had always been active, but had recently begun to slow down. Her legs felt heavy. She used the wall to balance. She had lost her confidence in walking alone. Her blood work showed very low vitamin D, under 15 ml. I started her on a high-dose vitamin D protocol under supervision, added gentle strength training, and encouraged her to sit in the garden daily. 3 months later, she walked into my office unassisted. She cried when she told me, "I can hang laundry again. I can walk to the temple." She had thought it was just old age, but really, her body was simply waiting for one thing: vitamin D. Why doctors often miss this? The tragedy is that many doctors overlook vitamin D in elderly patients. They treat the symptoms: muscle pain, fatigue, instability, but not the root cause. I've found that correcting a vitamin D deficiency is often the first, easiest, and safest step toward reversing leg weakness in older adults. It won't turn back time, but it will slow it down, and in some cases, even allow strength to return. The science summarized. To be clear, this isn't opinion, it's fact. Here's what science has proven. Vitamin D supports muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Deficiency is linked to falls, fractures, and poor balance. Adequate levels improve muscle strength, coordination, and reaction time. Supplementation in deficient adults leads to greater mobility and independence. It's one of the most studied and most impactful vitamins for aging health. Final thoughts from Dr. Kondo. I've spent my life studying how people age, and more importantly, how they age well. And time after time, I've seen that leg strength is not lost, it's neglected. You don't need a gym membership or expensive equipment. You need sunshine, nourishing food, and the wisdom to take care of your body before it cries for help. And if you're 60, 70, 80, or even 94, know this: you can walk strong again. You can trust your legs, and you can reclaim your independence. It all starts with just one essential vitamin. If this message resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video. Comment below what you learned or what step you'll take today. And subscribe to the channel for more real, compassionate, and science-based health advice from someone who's walked this journey with thousands just like you.